It's time for the show that engages with people of the combat sports world. And now, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed combat sports show champion of the world, Flash Knockdown.
And just about 3 years after your first MMA fight or debut, you get your hands on MMA golds. Describe that feeling for us, please, Mark. And what did it mean to you?
That was great to get the win, man. Obviously, we went down to, I think it was Newcastle, it was. 56-second victory. I remember literally throwing my opponent off me unconscious, running right over to my team, jumping on the cage, just fucking being buzzing. And I remember getting the belt and that when I was in the ring, and I was just cheesing. I was like, yes, buzzing, because I'd visualised it. Before I actually won the title, I would actually go on Made for the Cage Facebook, right? And I would look at photos of the belt, just so I seen what it was like. I knew exactly what it was going to be like. I'd visualise it around my waist with the M, the 4, the T, and the C. That's how they spell it, obviously Made for the Cage. I remember visualising every single detail. I knew that belt like the back of my hand. I'd visualise it every single day, looked at it in my diary, stuff like that. I've seen it around my waist, and then getting it. Oh man, that was a great experience, and obviously my first shot at gold. Well, not my first shot at gold, but the first time I actually got a belt, so it was a great experience. First of many.
Absolutely. Wow. Amazing. And just over a year ago, you got your chance to finally meet James Bunting at On Top 23, a fight that just kept falling through. How much were you finally looking forward to putting all that noise to bed?
I didn't anticipate fighting James again. I thought he was going to pull out again, to be honest. But I swear I thought he was going to pull out, but I thought, finally, and there was a bit of bad blood there at the time, obviously, because we were supposed to fight. He pulled out, but before the fight, I got an interview and all that, and I said I was going to spark him. I remember seeing him at that. Actually, I remember seeing him at the show that I fought him, and he was like, "Oh, you're going to spark me?" I was like, "Hi, I'll spark you if we fight. I'm going to spark you," and then he walked away. So there was a bit of animosity there, a bit of bad blood, and then I heard that he was posting stuff on Instagram before the fight, saying he's going to squeeze my head like a grape and all that. So then I put a post up saying I'm going to batter this cunt. And then
I saw it.
Obviously, there was a bit of bad blood going into that fight, and I was a bit more buzzing than I usually am before a fight for it. I was banging my gloves again. I was like, I just cannot wait to get my hands on this guy. I'm never usually like that. Usually I look at it like a sport. I go in, compose, calm. I'll still compose and calm, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to hurt this guy. I wanted to go in and really put it on him for all the shit he said, just prove that this guy's not on my level. Because I feel like anytime I have a fight, especially a domestic fight, everyone always says, "Oh, it's a good fight, it's a good fight." And I'm like, you don't say it's a good fight because I'm in it. These guys should do. I'm not trying to be cocky or that.
They're not on my level. You gotta have size, reach, length. You gotta have some attributes. If you come in anywhere equal to me, I'm gonna rip your whole head off, and that's it. I tell her every time.
I put serious work in. But these guys do not deserve to be on my, or not on my level. I mean, and that's what I go in to prove each and every time. These guys are not on my level. They don't deserve to be in there with me. So I make an example. I went in and I went through him like
smoked him. So so at the start of the second rounds, you connected with a right hook, which sent him back, and then a left hook, which sent him crashing down. At that point, both his back and his neck presented itself. Were you tempted to go for the rear naked choke, or were you just enjoying landing those bombs?
Just enjoying landing the strikes.
Yeah, I know.
You know
that's
me,
a silly question.
I just like getting the hands on. That's what I'm all about.
You enjoyed that?
Yeah, that was a great fight, man. I actually go back and watch the video of that fight. And I forgot just the finish and stuff. That was great.
Yeah. And once again, you were very efficient with your punches, ending the fight via TKO in round number 2. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you so euphoric after a fight. That one clearly meant a lot. And as we discussed, right?
Like I said, man, that was a big fight. There was a lot of animosity there. Now, I like James now. I said to him after, I was like, no bad blood. Like,
good.
Mate, it was a sport, and he got the best out of me. Yeah, I mean, being a good opponent, like I said, when I fight good opponents, I feel like I always rise to the occasion. He is a good opponent. I can't take that away from him, but he got the best version of me that night. And obviously going in and getting the finish the way I did, putting the hurt on, I got up and I was buzzing, man. I watched that. That video is iconic, man. That video's going to do the rounds for years to come, man. It's a great video of me getting up, man, banging my chest and going to see all my pals and all that came to support me, man. That was a wicked night.
Yeah, that was only like 14 months ago, man.
Crazy, man.
I know,
Feels like
crazy.
ago, it's mad.
I know. So that brings me on. Unfortunately, you know what denied us from seeing you for a further 6 months inside the cage.
This is number one bullshit.
Obviously, you kept on perfecting your crafts. And as we discussed earlier, you made it out to Fight Island in Abu Dhabi. What were your initial plans heading into 2020?
To be active, man. That's always my plan, just to be active and get as much fights as I can. I'm always just trying to stack the wins up, man. Obviously, I wanted to go pro last year, but obviously, coronavirus sets everybody back. So I managed to still get some fights in, so I'm happy with that. I managed to still get some competition in. But as 2020 as a whole, it wasn't the best for competing, but for learning and progress, man, I made some amount of progress in that year. It wasn't like a year off for me. I might have been a year off competing, but I made some serious leaps and bounds in my technique and in my development as a fighter.
Okay, and now, Mark, we move on to your most recent fight with my guest on episode 14, Teddy Stringer, and possibly the next heir to the amateur #1 lightweight throne at Celtic Gladiator 27. That one was played out in front of no crowds. How was that experience for you?
That was a mad experience, man. My first fight in front of no fans. I quite enjoyed it though.
Intimate.
You hear the shots, and the only thing that was really different, to be honest, man, is it was the walkout. Usually, when you walk out, you've got fans screaming the other side of you. It's like the place is buzzing, the place is bouncing, but that was the only difference I feel. Once I got in there, the cage door was locked. I've got a job to do, man. So I was kind of locked in, man. I was focused. So the only difference I would say, fighting with no crowd, would be the walkout, and obviously winning and the celebration and stuff like that. There's no fans there to kind of roll you up.
Yeah. So on to the fight with Teddy. He went straight in for the takedown, which you successfully defended and very quickly turned it into an offensive position. I'm guessing you were anticipating that to happen.
I had a feeling he was come in and grapple at some point, but I feel like I thought he was going to throw some strikes and set up his shot at first. I thought we were going to have a wee bit of back and forth, and then he would shoot. But I didn't expect it so early. Yeah, to be honest. But I dealt with it well, sprawled, and then he ended up sitting through the guard. And then once I'm in somebody's guard or I'm in half guard, when I'm on top of them, and I can ground and pound and posture up, it's an early night. I can generate some serious power from ground and pound, man. Yeah, that's one of my strengths, definitely.
I know. So after landing those heavy blows whilst in his guards, the fight got back standing. You moved back to striking range, landing a kick to his liver, which had him wincing, bringing the fight to a close. Was it clear to you at that point that now was the time to turn pro?
Not really. I'd say pro, just because I was number one. I was either way. I've always thought I was going to win that fight. Yeah, I mean, but I feel like I could have fought anybody, and I was going to turn pro. Once I just seen that number one on the Tapology, that was a great to see that, man. I was to be acknowledged as number one, and then turning pro. And especially during this time, man, I feel like I never had as much progress competing because of lockdown and because of coronavirus, but the progress was still made developing me as a fighter. So I feel like I was professional level, and I've always looked at the sport and took the sport from a professional mindset and carried myself that way. So me being pro was inevitable. Just happened to be after I fought Teddy. And like you said a minute ago, I probably believe that he'll be number one next. I think so. He's a young kid. He's good. I think he'll probably be number one quite soon.
Yeah, he was, as I said, he was very complimentary about you. You know, he said
He's a nice kid, man. He's brand new.
lovely boy. Yeah, lovely boy. He said that you belonged to the professionals, to be fair. He's making his move to the professionals.
Yeah, he's moving to the professionals after that fight with me, and I think he belongs to be there.
Yeah.
Of course, I was gutted with my performance against him, but it speaks to his class.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely, man. I can't wait to start mixing it up, especially with these small gloves on, man.
Haha,
And I
4
can
ounce
take people to
gloves.
the head and like an elbow.
An
You know what
elbow.
I mean? I've been deprived of that skill set for a long time. And that's where I
Not
thrive.
anymore. Not
Elbow
anymore.
and a knee in, man. Wait till you see some.
Jeez. So now, Mark, we come to the end of your flashlights, but we still have time for one more. At this point, you are now the undisputed UK and Ireland's #1 amateur lightweight. Of course, you are aiming for bigger accolades, but come on, that's mightily impressive.
Yeah, definitely. That was great to see that, man. I remember seeing that. I don't know if someone told me. I looked it up, but I just meant to go on Tapology and see Mark. I was like, fucking yes! I was buzzing, man.
#1,
I
man.
had to put it on the gram and all that, man.
Of course.
Finally, I'm getting a bit of acknowledgement for the work that I've put in. I remember looking at Tapology and there was guys that had like lesser records or beat lesser guys and they were above me before. And then seeing me #1, I was like, about time. Because I've got 100% finish rate. I've finished every fight. I've got a good record. No, it's 11-3-1.
Correct.
I should be #1. And then finally seeing that, man, it was great to see, man.
Yeah. Sick.
That for me, seeing that was a pivotal moment for me turning pro. I maybe would have
for
stayed
real?
if I wasn't #1. I would have maybe got #1 and then turned pro.
So before we look at your flash fives, Mark, first of all, how would you rate the states of the UK amateur scene and any upcoming prospects at your gym that we may get to hear about in the near future?
I'd say the UK scene is popping now, man. I think you know yourself. We are going to be causing a storm very, very soon, man. When it comes to the rest of the... Sorry, man, that's just my battery on my phone.
That's all right. We almost finished.
I was saying it was called the UK scene's popping, man. There's loads of gyms, there's loads of talent, loads of shows. It's great to see. And prospects from my gym, there's loads.
Give us one. Kieran Reid. Yeah, your boy 6-0.
I feel like he's underrated.
Yeah, he's under he goes straight under the radar. Man. Yeah, he's a Budo champion, isn't he?
Yeah, Budo champion.
That's it.
He's solid,
Kieran,
man. He's a great,
come on the show, man.
Yeah, therefore he'll be turning pro shortly as well, man. And he'll be tearing guys up, man. He's solid. Got loads of good guys at the gym. Nathan, like I said, Nathan Hughes, the guy that I fought.
Yeah.
He's still an amateur, man, but he'll be tearing it up there as well. He's solid as well. Young boy Mark Wasalash, right? We call him Wide Neck. He's never had an amateur
wide
fight.
neck.
Yeah, Wide Neck. Mark Wasalash. He's never had an amateur fight yet, but mark my words, this kid's going to be something. Serious,
how old is he?
18, I think. 18. And Sean Clancy. I can't even mention Sean Clancy.
Okay.
He'll be raging if I don't mention him, but he's solid, man. He's like, this guy's like 17, 90 kilos. Fucking, oh man, he's an absolute beast.
Rah. Okay.
Good, man. We have got some serious killers in their gym at the moment, man.
Okay, I'll check him out as well, man. Okay, fantastic. Well, Mark, and I'm sure your battery's happy as well. We move on to the final segment of the show, which is called Flash Fives. I will ask you 5 questions, and very simply, Mark, you give me your best answer. Is that okay, bro?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Cool, bro. So, first one, Mark, who would you love to compete against, either dead or alive?
Oh.
Ha, 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 ha. Everyone.
Conor McGregor. I'd love to fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
I think I'd love to fight him, man.
Would you like to fight motivated McGregor?
Definitely. Featherweight Conor McGregor, probably.
Yeah, McGregor. Yeah. Brilliant answer. Your ideal way to finish an opponent?
Walk off KO.
Either that or rear naked choke.
Aye. Like front kick to the face or something.
The teep to the face.
That's the one, man.
That's the one. That's the shot, man. That's the money shot. the best combat sports fight you've seen?
Best combat sports fight I've seen. That's a hard one. Oh, Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna Jacek. What a fight, man. That's a serious cut. That's better than men's fights. A big fan of Zhang Wei Li as
Insane.
well, man. I think she's solid.
Yeah. Who you got? I think she's got Rose next. Rose
I
Namajunas.
think she probably runs through Rose, man. If I'm honest
Runs
with
through
you.
her.
I don't see anybody beating Zhang Wei Li. I just think she's solid. I'm a big fan.
Well, you think, but you think she'll run through Rose?
Maybe not run through, but she'll definitely beat her.
Okay, fine.
I'm a big fan of Zhang Wei Li. I just don't see anybody beating her for a while.
Sure.
She'll
Yeah,
probably
no,
need to
she's
go up and fight
serious.
fucking Valentina Shevchenko or something to get a challenge, I reckon.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. What superpower would you choose to have, Mark?
Oh, wow.
Ha 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 ha.
You make me think here, man. Fly. Wish I could fly.
Fly. Yeah, man. Where would you fly to?
The moon, man. Everywhere.
The moon. Trust.
There'd be
Yeah,
no
man.
limits, man. I'd be flying everywhere.
True that. True that. And the final one then, Mark. The best finish to a fight you've seen.
That I've seen.
Yeah, the best finish. The best finish to a fight.
Uriah Hall when he fought
Ah,
the fighter.
in the
Spin
helmet, the
kick.
spinning. Oh my
He
goodness.
nearly kills that guy.
He nearly did. And I remember everyone was
Serious
scared.
knockout, man.
Yeah, everyone was scared to fight him. That was the season with Kevin Gastelum. I think
Yeah, that's the
Kevin.
one.
Yeah, Kevin beat him in the final.
That was a serious knockout, man. I remember
Yeah.
seeing that. I was like, whoa. The
Whoa.
pace and the power on that. And just seeing the guy, how devastated he was after it. Like, he was fucked up. Breathing heavy, like... Lucky he
Yeah,
made it out of there,
this-
man. That was a serious kick.
Yeah, this sport ain't for playing, man. There's
No,
no
you
playing
can't play
games.
this game, man. This is
No.
brutal, man.
No. All right, then, Mark. So we're finished. How did you enjoy the experience?
Speaking to you, man, I've loved it. This is class, man. I'm not the best at doing interviews. You know what I mean? I'm just
Me
getting
too.
more and more comfortable as I do them. So I'm trying to do more and more. But coming on, speaking to you, I feel like this has been a normal conversation with a bro. You know what I mean? This has been class, man. I'd love to come
Thank
back
you,
on
brother.
your show at some point. Once I've
Definitely.
had my pro debut and stuff, and I'm
Definitely.
closing a tear, I'll come on back on.
Thank you, brother. That means a lot,
been
man.
great.
Thank you, brother. That
And
means
your
a
questions
lot.
and that, man, they've been great. Good questions, especially take me back in my career. Some things I wouldn't think of or I've never looked back at and thought about. So it's been great, man. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. No, thank you. And thank you for coming on, Mark. And I wish you all the very best in the future and for when you embark on your professional MMA career. And thank you to the viewers for joining Mark and I on episode 17 of Flash Knockdown. And in the words of Bruce Buffer, the show that engages with people of the combat sports world. Thank you to everyone. And thank you to Mark.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.